keeping that in mind, according to you, how have global privacy frameworks like GDPR or CCPA, these have shaped the idea of data as a fundamental right, and how this perception has helped or influenced the India's move towards this act?
Yeah, right, Isha. And thanks everyone for having me here. So at DSCI, we do look into data protection and cybersecurity. And I think when even before this DPDPA Act was being envisaged, DSCI has come out with the data privacy framework and a data security framework for the general industry as such. So Isha, yeah, you're right when you said that these global frameworks have helped us shape our Indian data protection law. But I think when we say this data as a fundamental right, I think there's a problem there because we should say data protection as a fundamental right. Data as a fundamental right, I think we'll go to the next side of the story, right? Everyone wants to have. I think with the advent of AI and everything, data as a right has become a different connotation altogether, right? Where industry wants to have as much as data they want to have. But yeah, coming to data protection and privacy, I think principles did existed, right? Like uh, even before data protection was actually thought of, every other constitution in the country, or for that matter, privacy was considered as a part of human dignity and life, right? Article 21 also of the Indian Constitution envisaged that privacy is ingrained within in the right to life and personal liberty. But I think what the 2017 judgment and the further discussions on DPDPA did was to make it comprehensive and to make it a legit ask for everybody to let me have the control over data protection, right? Now, coming to global frameworks, what I have understood in my past experiences, key most of the data protection legislations basically depend on the how the culture and society of that particular jurisdiction is. So if you go to EU, what we see that GDPR is very user centric, wherein they want to have user all the controls over their data through right to erasure, through right to access, right? If I just have to see the rights part of it, they have given, and it's very rigid in some sense, right? How you have to actually have these implementations in place, and then you can go ahead and do your digital businesses. I think US, on the contrary, has taken a market-centric approach, right? Where digital privacy or a data protection is a consumer-centric thing, and market drives the data protection element there. So yes, certainly these experiences of the countries have helped us. China, for that matter, is totally regulated in that sense. China's data protection law. So I think India's data protection law at DSI, where we look at as it's a unique blend of all these three characteristics, right? We have taken something from here, we have taken something from here, and we have given most of the user controls in the form of DPDPA as we see it together. So I think we can't deny that these frameworks have helped data protection law of the India evolve in the present situation as it is. And I think that's maybe the reason what I see is key. It has been, I think, how much? 23 it was enacted, 23, 24, 25. We are still not there. The law is in place, but not enforced. Rules are there, but in a draft stage. So, as an industry, and what experiences we have seen that everybody knows that it is coming. But how to start with the compliance? I think we should start with that compliance metrics as well. Where do I start my implementation from? So I think global frameworks have their existence, no doubt, but Indians should look at their own diversity, culturality, and then go ahead with the data protection implementation. So yeah, certainly we cannot negate the influences of these global data protection frameworks for the country like India.